too much. They tend to come out of rudeness, what kind of rudeness they used to do it to their old people. Then, but people acting rude these days to old people. I think he's saying it in regards to Liberians who normally insult him, other leaders, for politics. Well, President Boaka, we'll talk about that issue. We'll help you to tell the Liberian people that it's not good to insult leaders. Trust me, we'll do that. Let's listen to Honorable Snow for a couple of minutes.
Because we poured a cry in bombing yesterday. One man are looking for notice in one Australia, which company in. The wrong faith goes here having meeting here to honor my Unity Party program coming out of the party headquarters in Canada. So having meeting with sedition and there's going to Unity Party citizens to honor my youth. What do I have to honor my UP program? You people who want to do what they call the one pay party headquarters around business. between food on our table and party headquarters, we don't need rent. There's a party that couldn't pay their rent 2 years ago, they kicked them off. They don't finish buying the bill, pay party headquarters that wants to be flexible. I have it because I will be able to be in 2029. I said, I have it, you'll pay more. Then I don't put child and they want more party headquarters or they want food on the table or they want the harmonization to restore the salaries. Because we poured a cry in bombing yesterday. One man are looking for notice in one Australia, which company in. The wrong faith goes here having meeting here to honor my Unity Party program coming out of the party headquarters in Canada. So having meeting with sedition and there's going to Unity Party citizens to honor my youth. What do I have to honor my UP program? You people who want to do what they call the one pay party headquarters around business. between food on our table and party headquarters, we don't need rent. There's a party that couldn't pay their rent 2 years ago, they kicked them off. They don't finish buying the bill, party headquarters that wants to be flexible. I have it because I will be able to be in 2029. I said, I have it, you'll pay more. Then I don't put child and they want more party headquarters or they want food on the table or they want the harmonization to restore the salaries. Because we pour a cry in bombing yesterday. One man are looking for notice in one Australia, which company in. The wrong faith goes here having meeting here to honor my Unity Party program coming out of the party headquarters in Canada. So having meeting with sedition and there's going to Unity Party citizens to honor my youth. What do I have to honor my UP program? You people who want to do what they call the one pay party headquarters around business. between food on our table and party headquarters, we don't need rent. There's a party that couldn't pay their rent 2 years ago, they kicked them off. They don't finish buying the bill, party headquarters that wants to be flexible. I have it because I will be able to be in 2029. I said, I have it, you'll pay more. Then I don't put child and they want more party headquarters or they want food on the table or they want the harmonization to restore the salaries. Because we pour.
Okay, all right. So this was Edwin Mervyn Snow, responding to somebody I'm not going to mention though. But Alexa, this is what President Boaka said when he was in Banga Bon County. I want the Liberian people to listen. Alexa, you will start, then I will end. Please listen.
For me personally, even my children are growing up. They don't know how to insult anybody. But if recklessness on the radio, the people who don't have the respect from home, they don't know how to give it to people. You may not have it, but other people need it. You don't hear our traditional people insulting each other. But they think that's a way of life. And I like it. For me personally, even my children are growing up. They don't know how to insult anybody. But if recklessness on the radio, the people who don't have the respect from home, they don't know how to give it to people. You may not have it, but other people need it. You don't hear our traditional people insulting each other. But they think that's a way of life. And I like it. For me personally, even my children are growing up. They don't know how to insult anybody. But if recklessness on the radio, the people who don't have the respect from home, they don't know how to give it to people. You may not have it, but other people need it. You don't hear our traditional people insulting each other, but they think that's a way of life. And I like, for, for me personally, even my children that grow up, they don't know how to insult anybody. But if recklessness on the radio, the people who don't have the respect from home, they don't know how to give it to people. You may not have it, but other people need it. You don't hear our traditional people insulting each other, but they think that's a way of life. And I like, for me personally, even my children that grow up, they don't know how to insult anybody. But if recklessness on the radio, the people who don't have the respect from home, they don't know how to give it to people. You may not have it, but other people need it. You don't hear our traditional people insulting each other, but they think that's a way of life. And I like, for me personally, even my children that grow up, they don't know how to insult.
Okay, Alexa, the president, you heard him. For him personally, cheering that growing up, they don't cause people. Their recklessness on the radio where people causing people, maybe expressing frustration, or people insulting. He is now president, and people insulting the president. Picking even soup, they cost the president a hair. Almost everybody insulting the president, insulting people in the government. Costing president now is just common. So the president is angry. He's expressing himself. I mean, he's not. The fact that the president went and said this recklessness, and for somebody to use certain kind of adjectives, once people start using certain adjectives, I understand say the thing reached to the place where man can take it anymore. That is where we are. Let's hear you.
um, Mr. President, I think Mr. President knows what hypocrisy means. Mr. President understands what it means for a person to be hypocritical. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sorry, Mr. President, with all due respect, your statement is to me hypocritical.
Mm-hmm.
And I said this with no apology. Mr. Joseph Yuma Boakai is not new to Liberia. And just a disclaimer, we have always discouraged people raining insults, especially when we're discussing the office of the president, just the presidency, because that is the highest seat in this country. We've always said it before, and even now we still do. However, Mr. Joseph Yuma Boakai has been in Liberia not today. He did not come here today. He has been here for years. He has served this country in different capacities for years. So he knows exactly what happens in this country politically. Mr. President, before ascending to the presidency, dined and wined with someone who insulted the presidency, I mean, that office. And everybody smiled, everybody laughed, and they called him a hero. Mr. President at the time did not, I stand to be corrected, but he did not make any statement as such, talking about how people are rude, in other words, how people are reckless with their statements on the radio or beyond the radio. No. Mr. President attended an event in Lofa County, I think, and someone was saying things that were not to be said. Mr. President was there again, smiling. Someone who supported this president. Now he is president of the Republic of Liberia, and he is talking about when they were growing up, how children respected people, maybe their elders or however it is described. But Mr. President should know that he has people at the Ministry of Information, minister, deputy minister, and he has a lot of them in his government. who use a platform meant to disseminate information, especially when it comes to updates from the government's progress to Liberians. That platform has turned into a regular platform where people say anything, denigrated things to leaders as well. Has Mr. President called his people to order? I'm not sure. So when Mr. President is talking about the people are rude, the people are disrespectful, what exactly is he talking about? Has Mr. President called to order this lady who was just confirmed by the Senate, by the way, who exhibited some level of spinelessness when she bragged, I am the president's daughter, Jose Yuman Buakai's daughter, when she insulted and sounded in a way that doesn't represent a public official? Did he call her to order? Because I remember the next day she was with him on another trip, I think to the same Bon County where he made this statement. Has the president called to order his people who continuously insult other people's leaders, who continuously use the social media to denigrate other people's leaders and call them names that are very disrespectful? Has he called to order these people, his rescue missionaries, his ministers, his deputy ministers, directors? Has he called them to order? To be able to give us this message, to be able to serve as the messenger to convey this message, you must have the moral ground or moral standing. That means you have condemned, you have called to order, you have called out people within your surrounding who continuously disrespect people in this country. Then I will say, yeah, this person is very right to tell us that disrespect is not okay. Or is it because now people are directing probably the insults to Mr. President that he is feeling affected personally and directly? Now he sees the need to talk about insults, to talk about disrespects, and talk about how people use different platforms, to rain insults across the country. We have to be serious in Liberia. Very serious. At a point in time, people be like, no, the president doesn't know about it. The president is not aware that, the Ministry of Information has turned into a space where people cause left and right, as we say in Liberia. It has turned into a space where it is just regular. Like anybody can just go there and just insult anybody. A platform that Liberians pay those ministers, because you're paying people based on taxpayers' money in this country. Liberians are paying people who are supposed to tell us the progress this government is making, but they're insulting on a government's platform. And the president hasn't said anything about it. At the end of the day, these ministers are celebrated as people who are very vocal, people who are very ruthless in defending the legacy of Mr. President. And he doesn't call their names. He doesn't call them directly or indirectly to say, my people I appointed are being disrespectful. But he is saying the way people can cause in the country. When did he realize that? When? When did Mr. Buakai realize that people are insulting others in this country, especially their leaders? I'm not saying it is right to insult someone's leader, but what goes around comes around. You cannot dictate to people how to protect their own leader's legacy. You cannot. So the energy Mr. President is taking to give us this message, that energy should be channeled to calling his people to maybe a private meeting and telling them, hey, Mr. President, call your people to order and tell them this is not what should be happening. No, it is not what should be happening. Because even if you're going to say, you start talking to your people in your circle, the people you have appointed, that we are running a responsible government. And when we are saying we have a responsible government, we should exhibit what it says to be responsible. Don't go on the other platform and cause people. Don't use the government's platforms to tell people this and tell people that, to talk down on people, denigrate other people's leaders, tell them they're smoking something or they're drinking something. Don't do it. But no, the president has not done that. So I don't think he is the right messenger to pass on this message to Liberians. I'm not sure he has what it takes to share this message. If this message came from, someone else who has always condemned it, whether you are in opposition, you are an imposition, you are an opposition, that is the person I will listen to. The message is very good. I'm not going to lie to you. That's a great message. That's a great message. Of course, we should respect our leaders, regardless. We should. And that is something everybody should follow. But if that message comes from someone who doesn't only speak up when it has to do with them, that's exactly the time we're going to say, yeah, you are speaking right. It's more like Dylan telling us about, oh, did it and da da da, and we know who Dylan is. That's exactly what we're talking about. If someone came and someone said before, okay, Ellen Johnson was here. If someone was there and someone said, do not insult your leader. George Weah was here. Someone came up again and said, don't, insult your leader. Joseph Walker, and that person says the same thing. That person is consistent in their advocacy. That person is consistent in their messaging. But not someone where you have people in your surrounding, they're insulting everybody. You don't say anything to them. And maybe when it gets to a point where it is reaching to you directly or it is hitting too close to home and you feel like you were affected badly and it is not going down well with you, now you want to pass on the message. I'm sorry, Mr. President, but this message is not from you. It should not be from you. It is a good message. Of course, everybody should respect their leaders. We should be able to say, hey, stop cussing the mayor. They may not be in the country. In fact, the office he is in, the office he occupies, is a very serious office in this country. Do not insult the president. Do not insult the president. But when I say, hey, because you know what's happening now. Your Minister of Information, the other they will take a whole week to insult one person leader. They will not end it there. They will go on the social media, Facebook. They will curse again. So it seems like Liberians are paying these people to insult them. Liberians are paying these people to, to just go there and teach us how to insult. So maybe Liberians are learning from the people who call themselves your children, the people who call themselves, the ministers, directors, and wherever they are. That lady who said Fatima, by the way, Fatima will always say, I am the president's daughter. Jose Yuma Buaka's daughter. And you know the things she says. You know exactly what she says. Have you called Fatima? Have you called her? So maybe if you had said, just stop insulting your leaders, I can even tell my own minister and say they won't stop it. I will say, yeah, boom. That's a good message. Because you're not just saying this generally, you're also telling us what you have done to have this culture to be stopped. But this culture will continue because when somebody go call somebody on a leader or somebody on a pot, they will want, it's like you're paying back. You want to give back. So it is like 50-50. But I still maintain, do not insult your leaders. But when you're giving a message, you come from people who are not inconsistent, people who are not just saying it because they're affected by it now. That's all about it across the board. Don't cause Alessa, don't cause Oliver, don't cause Austin, don't cause Julius. That's what we're talking about. Now, when someone from Alexa's camp is insulting Oliver, Alexa is smiling. Now, when the table has turned, it hitting Alexa, now Alexa can say, ain't good to cause people. People will look at Alexa making fun, like she's not really serious. Okay, so I think, Mr. President, if we want to be serious about, what we want Liberians to do, what the culture we want to cancel, especially the culture of insulting leaders across this country, we should be very intentional, we should be very fair, and we should disregard being hypocritical. Hypocrisy is not going to sort out this entire thing, because every day people will get up and people will say, stop insulting. I don't want to call Yeke Koluba's name, but Yeke Koluba was one of the people who insulted George Weah in this country. I don't want to make this political, but I think it has to be. He insulted George Weah in this country. Yeke Koluba was hailed. He was praised as a hero. He was praised as a person who knows how to speak up. Every now and then, we learned from him, and he was celebrated. I don't remember a day where you, Ambassador Buaka, at the time before becoming president, I don't remember a time where you said, yeah, let's stop causing. I don't remember that. I don't think so. If you have any records where the president now says something like that, please share with me. I stand to be corrected. I don't remember seeing anything as such. And today we're now living in a reverse pace, whether the table has turned and you have assumed a role, and then you have people insulting every now and then. And now you are saying to us, Mr. President, not good. That's now a culture. Even your children, they don't know how to cause fine. But the people who call themselves your children now biologically, the ministers, and people who are around you, I think you should call them first and advise them first. From then I will move. We'll start going and we'll know say that we are thing we're talking here. But until then, I mean, I can cause people no, but the people now who can be trying to cause left, right, it's just like they're paying back, like it's a payback time. So if you advise your very own people to stop it, I'm sure people are going to take this message seriously, because it is now going to end, because you had someone in your circle who insulted back to back. Not one person, you have people who even wish death on somebody, a leader. You had them. They're still here. They're still your people. Okay? And they can still be causing, in fact, they're still causing people leader on it. When you say leader, it doesn't mean that you need to be president. There are prominent and eminent people in this country we look up to. Whether it is George Weah, whether it is different ambassadors or whoever it is, there are people in this country people look up to. But then you still have people insulting them back to back because they don't support your political tendency, your political ideology. So you cannot come to us and tell us this is, a moment where we need to stand together as a country and protect our culture, where we respect our elders. I personally respect my elders, but sometimes the elder nigga also gonna wait too. So when the elder passing also gonna message, I think that elder needs to be straight to the point, and that elder needs to understand what it means to be hypocritical and what it means to be fair. So I'm just going to stop here. Boy, you're stop causing your leader name. Yeah, bigger.
Okay, so look, we're gonna go strictly and take calls. President Bwaka, please don't cry. That's all I can say. We suffer ourselves on the radio between 2018 to 2023. When you used to be putting Prophet Key behind you, your people supporting Prophet Key with money in Morocco, and
So
you're
he is an adult.
insulting President. We are up and down. You they didn't see it as anything. You were dancing in front of Yeka Koluba, showing him that you are strong. You are not an old man. Not a single day did you call him to order. In fact, in front of you, in Foya, Yeka Koluba were insulting Thomas Fala and other leaders right in front of you, calling Thomas Fala cow, all the kind of languages you were using. You laugh at it. Benana Yure was there. He saw you laughing. You didn't do anything. We were saying that thing on the radio. You're stubble. They think you're doing the job we are. You're allowing small much cheering. We can even eat good to be causing job we are, and you're happy with it. You're allowing people to be causing job we are because in president, you're not happy. You're allowing anybody that we're going to cause job we are. Every Tom, Dick, and Harry in this country, out of this country, will keep causing job we are. We will be talking there, Papa. You're stopping. Oh. One day, the person who you're supporting to will become president. Oh. When the people start causing into higher fee, today, reach you now, oh man. You see me, I'm not talking in my real karaoke voice because it reached to you. They didn't reach to you now. They're causing things what we're warning people about. You're still causing Joey. Joey is just the human being. The presidency is big. Let's respect the presidency. We will not respect Joey. Let's respect the presidency.
Just the office.
The office of the president, let's respect it. But you, an elder, you sat in this country, you're picking there. Small picking there. And that's how made it clear. Even when you came to power, you got one costing machine to the Ministry of Information. When Jeremy ready, he sit in the costing machine, he cost. When he finish take a bottle of water and walk. The understand will get it again. He cost, and finish take a machine. So you got one costing machine sit on there. The last time Daniel Sanders said, Zano Cummings can think the way in short. I mean,
And
thinking
we talk about that one again.
insulted comments, insulted Joey. How Joey got shot, this and that. Everything. You just insulted everybody. You sat in the mansion that you don't talk about. Oh, that they causing what the soup beginning and doing. You come about a few days. Hey, you vest way. Guys, soup beginning say. So I tell the soup beginning talk about titty. If you soup beginning talk so about titty.
I can repeat that.
I must say I can repeat
My
it.
grandma said we should respect.
Yeah.
You know,
So then we got the soup beginning pass out in a few days, and other people then on Facebook now start passing inside you. This is the culture we were preventing, Mr. President.
Yeah.
This is the kind of art war, or better still, wayward life we were trying to prevent. When we were saying it, you're supposed to say, "Oh, Joey, I cherry it. Y'all doing nothing. We go cousin Joey. We'll call Joey. I go win cousin yet." Y'all support that. Joey was insulted. He left the presidency. He called you and said, "Papa, that you win. Take the job. You're in the job now. Soup cherry when we got in the money, the beginning to soup, we can even eat go cacao and coconut. Why the beginning eat? Beginning we got to cost you in the money. The minute ready to have press conference again in the afternoon, they cost you. They cost you in the evening. They just costing you on Facebook. People just costing you. Hold it. This is because that whole attitude was nurtured by you indirectly. How you called on your partisans to say, "Look, just stop doing business with Prophet Key. If you want to support me to be president, he has to stop insulting people, mothers." You didn't call him to order. There is no record to show that the Unity Party under your watch called Prophet Key to order. No record to show. No record whatsoever. Did you in any way call Yeka Koluba to order when he used to be insulting everybody in this country? The president, the vice president, whoever. You didn't call him to order. In fact, he was a member of your campaign team. And that's why Yeka is angry today. That's why Yeka is angry. And that's why Yeka is insulting you. So if you are adding Yeka to the people who insulting in the country, then you got to stop a bit. And that's a first statement, hypocrisy. Then it is going to become so hypocritical. That's why we're begging you. We're begging Cummings. We're begging all of you who were in opposition at the time. That look, not because Joey are there. You stop telling your people to be cussing Joey. Because when they start cussing Joey because Joey are the president, one day Joey will not be president. And when Joey is not president, it means the cussing will lead them. The cussing will remain in them, and will be waiting for the next man who will be president. Why ain't you become president? We used to say that, leave it, Joey and I roll out cussing. Are you rogue? Because they're causing you too. Are you killing people very mysteriously? Because it's causing you too. Are you guilty of all of the frivolous charges they brought forth against Joshua, for which they were causing him, for which they saw it as justification to cause him? Because you two going through the same. So I mean, I feel bad that you are sounding the way you sound. I mean, this is how old person can cry. This is purely expressing how hurt you are. I mean, nobody should insult an old man. This is wrong. But Papa, you encourage it. Maybe when the children want to change, let them change. If they won't change, let them change. If they're not want to change,
and it's going to take time.
That's their business. So. But we just hope that they will stop causing you, the president, and other people. But just listening to you alone, I mean, it's so sorrowful. It's sorrowful. But Papa, you had opportunity to stop the thing. By the time, and you would have been that moral voice, to speak to this issue. But until you can apologize, because you aided and supported indirectly some of the people who initiated the doctrine of insults, especially against political leaders in the country. That's under that cussing. And let's talk about the girl who you gave job to internet affairs. The girl where we're going to start insulting her friend lawyer. Mm-hmm. Yeah, insulting her friend female. Babacos. You still keep her in government.
And she can even call your name.
And she tells her, I'm Mr. Baga daughter.
So imagine.
You are condoning those kind of things. And at the end of the day, you have issues with it, Papa. Sorry to say, but this is how terrible it is. You cook your soup, and please drink the soup. That's what you cook. Let's go to the lines and take people quickly, then we go home. The hero will start to call the winners. I'm told the winners are getting sufficient, but let's take few calls, then we go home on today's edition. This person, go ahead. You heard the president.
Yeah, hello, okay.
Let's hear you. You heard President Baka, right?
Yeah, but the president is not a reprimand to say that. Joe has a reprimand to tell people to abuse that right. Because he said that Zabo is not using Pakon. Or Pakon is other, I don't know, I used to know. Joe has suspended Pakon and sent him to jail.
Yeah.
The criteria to gap jump in the government to insult. That is not again. Okay, John. Something wrong with the woman.
Okay, we leave you right there. Please, nobody must say something wrong with the woman. We're not lie. Let's talk to the other person. Hello, how are you?
You don't cause the president.
Hello?
How are you, ma'am?
Okay?
How are you, ma'am? Let's hear you.
Yeah, my name, Mama G for FB.
Go ahead, Mama G.
Okay, that's what I'm talking. Just joking. He's joking. He's crazy.
No. We're not allowed that thing yet.
No.
We're not lie. We're not lie.
That's the president we're talking about.
We apologize on her behalf. Let's talk to the other person. Hello, go ahead.
Yes,
Good evening, my brother. Let's hear you.
Thank you.
Go ahead, Lawrence, quickly.
Okay, I think Waka is very authentic and reckless in his statement.
No, we're not lie. We're not lie. We're not even lie.
The
same thing about talking about why you want me to. We're not lie. Let's talk to Man CC. Man CC, go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, I want to ask Joe Waka when you were sitting down in Lofa Castle. Sitting down on Jeka Koruba, insulting person we are. And Stephen Alata. What was he thinking? And let's say a party of Papa asking questions. I want to ask them, want to help me ask them. When I was insulting Lofa Castle, insulting George we are, and Stephen a cow, they are dog, they were buried there. What are you thinking, Alata? Oh, yeah. Fatima for the woman. Because he forgot this also. Forgot her pa. She get beaten up to her friend. What was Waka Lata?
Okay, all right.
No, you don't laugh at okay, not funny.
Let's go to other callers. Let's go to other callers. Thank you.
The 44 year the one called big her friend woman. You told him about it. He said, Fatima Labura.
No, yeah. Oh, yeah. What kind of people here? So we apologize for what again, my people. Let's talk to the other person. Hello, how are you? How you doing? Quickly.
How are you? Okay.
The president said most of the children are not trained. They're costing too much. Yeah.
How are you, my dear sister? This is how my calling my 6.
Quickly, no time. We gotta just squeeze in 4.
Yeah, my brother. I want for the president to go to the school of ministry, who is the school now called the Power 1, Power 2, Marcos 1, Marcos 2. We say, I don't know why the information ministry or the ministry of course, Forcing Affairs for Power Man. So let the president start from the ministry. Let him try and suspend the minister who opened the Pandora box of forcing leaders in this country. He should be the example. Ali, we will follow. Someone will not cause him because where we're coming from, we will not show to our people that we are rude people. We should give respect to those that in authority, especially the Bible says you should give people that in authority and give honor to them respect. So the president should go back to his ministry, which began Parkos and Marcos, so to advise them to suspend them, so that other people be examples so we can follow. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you. We'll leave you right there. Let's take 3 more. Let's take 3 more and call it a day. Unless I not easy to control the cost. Go ahead.
We're trying our best.
Good evening. Let's hear you. 1 minute.
Yeah, this is Lord
Quickly.
Yeah, the reason Joseph Waka complaining because he knows he's there to Jowia. But Joseph Waka is an asshole.
Oh, no. Yeah. I mean, these guys are terrible. Very terrible. I mean, we can't allow that. I mean, this is intended to have a civil conversation. The old man is complaining that you guys are rude, and you say I didn't rude. Yeah, I mean that's uncalled for. We're not lie. Let's go to the female line and just take a female caller. This person, this is terrible. We apologize. We take that back.
Yeah. Thank you. This is Edmond Carr.
You are the last person, Edmond.
Yeah. Sometimes I ask myself whether truly the president is really in charge, or some of the things that he can be seen, he can actually follow it of himself. Or people can just come.
But if the president supported now insult former president before, it doesn't mean people are cursing today. I mean that's why he's fighting against.
Also has to stop.
Our background, we would be embarrassed to do so because both locally and internationally, we have followed even some of the churches that we attend, some of our pastors, they follow us. But we have question. The far war that we're going through, the woman found, what could not define government? But the people talk about she went insulting for people, and all that, she say, doctor. What about all now?
Let's look at the Marcos ministry. Where you say another protocol did not bring some bring. Then when you come out to say your person to that when you bring that flag bring that insult.
Okay.
So no, let President Walker go and call a official on the party official that you have already. Let him talk to them so we can see his fire.
Okay.
But if he doesn't do so, we cannot start other people to see his fire. When they throw the bomb, and the bomb will drop.
Let the people stop cursing the president. It's wrong. It's wrong.
Let how we are bringing it outside. What is he referring to?
Let the people stop cursing the president.
They say you rule the president. Oh man, like that's what you cursing country do.
Okay, we leave you right there. And let's how we gotta go. Because the guys now, wait a minute, won't do the calling.
Papa will try to control the people, but
should be told. When you nourish a very terrible character,
train up a child in the way, you know that thing about where I can't remember everything.
Train up a child in a way that
you can go to church now. Don't spoil your name.
Maybe what I can say about
when he was not the pastor, the truly you point your
no,
child.
but no,
it will continue.
Train a child in a way.
Proverbs, I think.
Train a child in a way
that he should.
That
go.
is right.
When he is old, he will not.
He will not depart from it.
You're sorry, I don't know the Bible. Oliver
I was trying to learn the Bible. My church go bring gay business. I leave the church. Yeah, yeah. I was trying to learn the Bible. My church go bring gay business. I left the church. The married church. So when John New Church, I would know the Bible. But the Omen Joe, DJ Hero come and give the money star 25 star 1 after the commercials. Hold on, we come and do commercials. But man, it's so sorrowful.
It is.
The reason why it is happening.
Continue to cry.
The reason it's happening.
Yeah.
That's it. Look, Papa, you have almost five to 10 key members of your campaign team that will not even cease. They will not even hesitate to cause President we are. They were even causing him in your presence. And meaning there you'll be smiling and laughing. It's sad that they are doing it to you. And we are condemning. Look, on the radio, on our show, on all the shows here, you call on the radio station, you insult President Baka, we'll cut you off.
We can try.
And we apologize on your behalf. Because we do not countenance that kind of immoral attitude. That's what we expected from you and old man.
But we do not control how people say what to say and what people say.
When they say it out of the way, we provide a correction and we get it off. We don't. I mean, we do not keep them on the line. We expected you as an adult to look in the face and and say, you can support me against George Weah without causing George Weah a woman. An elder should have done that. You see me talking in my low tone because I want to resonate. You would have looked in the face of Prophet Key, call you on the phone and say, "Look, man, my young man, you're doing this thing in Morocco. You are helping me. You are helping the opposition to win George Weah. But please, can we take away from Ada A? Can we take his personal self from Ada A? Can we stop cursing him?" No, you didn't do that. There is no record to show that you talked to those people. Your people came and justified those kind of insults. You made it appear like it was their own choice. So other people not choose to make it their own choice. Oh, they say they get one CDC Prophet Key in Europe, calling J-Ball. The people around the president too shouldn't be playing something around the president because apparently some of the things are the reason why the man went to how they call the place Bon County and go to the thing or talking. But let's go. We'll return here on tomorrow. Have yourself a wonderful time. Bye-bye. God bless you and bye. Keep getting the advice from the president. Don't be cursing him. Stop. It's not good.